there's this. So we talked about the Apocalypse Now Kickstarter a couple weeks ago. And I guess...
So is this an update about it?
There is an update about it.
We're bringing Marlon Brando's skeleton back to play a role.
It's way more bizarre.
The Kickstarter has been canceled.
To start its own crowdfund of its own.
This feels like a fucking scam.
Not using like Indiegogo or Kickstarter. It's just going to have
even
its
Fig.
own.
So basically what happened was...
This feels like a fucking scam.
They got nowhere, or not nowhere, but they got very, very far from their
goal.
Goal. I think they were around 160 something.
Because now's the time to strike while the iron's hot on the Apocalypse Now franchise. I find.
I mean, look, Francis Ford Coppola had a whole thing explaining why, and
I'm sure he did.
I didn't
it still
him.
does. It sounds like a couple people in the air were like, "Hey, say this," But anyway, it's still weird. I think that their explanation for why they're canceling it was basically the Kickstarter people are skeptic and don't trust these types of things.
Okay.
Because of obviously lots of failures and whatnot. So they're like, so we're moving this off of Kickstarter onto our website where there is no time limit.
You're right. That'll make people really trust it.
The last big project I remember doing this, it was a little game called Shadow of the Eternals by Silicon Knights, where they're like, shit, we're not going to make this on this platform. Let's make our own.
Here's an important detail about Kickstarter. After all the high-profile games, like I remember there was the Yogscast one that went to shit, right? Kickstarter put out its statement, and it's like, you need to show something. There needs to be a version of it that currently exists. Some footage, some art, whatever, right?
Yep.
But also, Kickstarter very explicitly throws you right under the bus if you fail to deliver your goods, right? It's very explicit. The Kickstarter says they have to deliver on the Kickstarter. If they don't, Kickstarter throws its hands up and says, get fucked, get sued all you want. We're not gonna, you agree to that, right?
Enough failures have happened that they've refined their policy over time.
So is that going to happen in most cases? No. But your own website doesn't have that fucking...
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
You're just like, no, we don't have to. Fuck you.
I mean, yeah.
This screams scam. That's so bad.
Of course, like we didn't. I didn't go to the website, so I'm not sure if it has the same basic idea where once they hit a threshold, the money's deducted, and if they don't hit the threshold, they don't deduct it.
I bet it's just give us the money, we'll get the money.
It could just be a PayPal link. I don't know, but what they do have to say officially is, when we launched the campaign, we made a mistake. We forgot that many of you have been disappointed by overreaching games and overreaching promises. We stopped paying attention to the Kickstarter world, and when we put our heads down and went to work on this full steam about 18 months ago with documents and prototypes, first with documents and then prototypes. Because we went upriver, we did not remember that those of you who love games and those of you who love Apocalypse Now would immediately treat the announcement not with excitement but with concern. So yeah, it was one of those, we see this not picking up steam, and of course, there's a very predictable law when it comes to Kickstarters, and it's like, save for a major channel or publication bringing attention to it at the last minute, you can follow your first day is your most popular day, and the kick track just goes way down after that.
Yeah.
So you can,
with a few rare exceptions, like some of those big RPGs got huge pushes at the end as people upgraded their pledges.
Yes. Right. Also, Let's Go Nello and stuff like that. But
you're right. My belief that this may be a scam has definitely been improved by you taking all controls off of it and moving it to a place in which you have no timeline and no guarantee. I mean, I definitely don't think it's a scam now.
One thing that's clear is that Kickstarter as a whole needs like Bloodstained is about to drop, and we need games like Shovel Knight and Bloodstained to really
hopefully Bloodstained's good.
Yeah, to come out and be like, here's another solid ass project that came out and delivered on everything.
I feel like enough Kickstarter games have come out from notable and proper developers that its legitimacy has been assured.
Wait, sorry, what?
Okay, so it looks like...
No.
Okay, so here's what happened now.
Wait.
I'm exploring the website to find out what's different.
You sure are.
What the fuck is this?
Okay, so looking at the Apocalypse Now website, we see that there's now
I need to do some math. Excuse
a
me.
higher pledge than there was when they closed it. They're now at 247K.
It's not even that bad.
But the goal has shot upwards
A little bit.
from
900,000 on Kickstarter
to 5,900,000.
I would also like to point out that is an average pledge of nearly $400.
So, based on 659 people pledging,
Yes,
250.
there's an average pledge of $374.
That seems unusually high.
So they added $5 million to the goal, and
Now there are 453 days remaining.
that's more than a full year.
That's more than
Yeah. Okay.
Can I reiterate that I think this looks like a fucking scam?
We don't know. We don't know. I guess what I'm trying to find out is
If you work on this and I am completely talking out of my ass, I apologize. I'm very sorry.
Hey,
but
man, no.
that looks sketchy as shit.
No, it would be great to be corrected. It would be great
Absolutely.
to be corrected, and to know
That I think that the pledge to amount is actually way sketchier than the added money and time. That's ridiculous. That doesn't happen.
Do you think that number could be reflective of like the investors that existed outside of Kickstarter already?
Possibly, but I don't know.
I would love to see the breakdown and see that.
Maybe
I would love to see
you know?
that 2 of those are $100,000 pledges from the developers.
Maybe maybe the
Francis Ford
900K number was not a true number. It was the hidden number.
And that was associated
and
with
behind
publisher
that,
backing.
there was $5 million.
So where did that $5 million? Did it leave? Did it go? Where'd it go?
It could be.
If you have $5 million in funding, what do you need the $900,000
guys,
for?
I don't want to sit here and play speculation on
I
it.
sure don't.
But that
Especially
got
I
really,
don't care about
Hey,
this
folks,
thing.
That got
feel
weird.
free to play speculation at home with the information that you have provided for you off of this website.
That got weird.
It's also really weird when it's like a movie-based thing that actually has the director on it. It's like, Francis Ford Coppola, do you not know anyone in Hollywood that can give you like $10,000 here or whatever?
And also, if every single connection you pull in will not give you the money,
Why
maybe
is
that says something about the project.
Like, it makes it seem even sketchier.
Also, for fuck's sake, like Pillars and Torment and all these other big Kickstarter games, they didn't even after blowing themselves out, like they never came anywhere near 5.9 million.
Yeah,
that's ambitious, isn't it?
It really is. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to find what I'm looking for here. So
that would put it at like number 2 under Star Citizen, maybe number 3.
At the end of 453 days, does that money return? I guess is the main thing I want to know. All right, well, sure.
That's fun.
All right.
I'm sure someone's having fun with that.